And we resume Hi-Fi Rush, not at the hideout, because we are still in a very long extended trek to Corsica's office to file some security complaints.
Still trying to get the hell out of here.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the primary complaint. Let me the fuck out of here. But I mean, it should be easy, all things considered, because I mean, like all the tech engineers in this section have been shown to be pretty chill dudes that don't seem to mind the fact that we're technically a fugitive. So they'd be like, "Yeah, man, just take the lift out of here. It's cool, bro."
Everyone's so nice around here. It's troubling.
Probably a sign that Corsica just treats her division better than others.
Is it though? I'm waiting on her pulling the rug out from under us and surprised she's actually the secret villain behind everything.
If anything, I think she should be harsher on these guys for their extremely flagrant like inability to actually maintain security protocols. It's a security division that is way too lax on security.
Didn't realize that the phrase open door policy only applied to her and not all the doors in the building.
Yeah, see, this is the sort of thing where, like, there's a term for this in, like, actual workplaces where it can be a problem called tailgating.
Yep.
Yeah, security here has a huge problem with tailgating.
Yeah.
And also, Corsica's confused by our actions last video.
I remember getting into trouble for tailgating because I naturally hold the door open for people behind me.
Yeah, that's a habit you gotta break real fast if you're working in those kind of NDA, enforced working conditions.
Yeah, like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, why wouldn't I? It's like, it's against the rules. It's like, yeah, but so's being a jerk.
Yeah. No, scan your badge, fucker.
Oh, hey, go Team Venture.
So, as is very apparent by this video, this is actually the first chapter of the game that is a one-parter. For very obvious reasons. It's not a boss, but it is a very high-octane sequence.
Stop him!
Nah, this is the guy that fixes the security system, man.
Idiots! That's the defect!
Come on, what are you waiting for?
So conflicted. Yeah, good luck using that spanner. So this cutscene, to put simply, is fucking amazing. Like, if there was ever a guess as to what was probably the first cinematic they worked on as like a proof of concept for this game's like focus on everything being tied to the rhythm and the beat, this is probably it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially when it's not just Chai getting in on this, Peppermint as well.
Yep, gang's all here.
Like, there's actually an interesting anecdote from John Johanas about, like, what are the key inspirations behind, like, designing this game the way that it is, like, tied to the beat and being reflected in cinematics. There is a scene from the hit Edgar Wright film, Shaun of the Dead. Arguably the scene that
I know
most
exactly
everyone
which
remembers.
one. Yep, don't stop me now.
Don't stop me now, at the pub, where everyone is just beating the elderly zombie in the back with the pool cues, and they are hitting them very rhythmically on the beat. Something that, at the time, I never really clued in, like, immediately that, oh, that was actually the intent. I thought it was more coincidence, if anything.
Yep.
But then realizing that, and then, you know, the bit later on with, like, the light switches flipping on when the chorus hits, it suddenly makes a whole lot of sense that this is basically an Edgar Wright character action game.
There's a bit in The World's End as well, where they're walking down the street set to Alabama Song by The Doors. And if you notice, everything they do is in time with the song, to the point they actually had it playing on set so that everyone could sync their movements.
That is genuinely amazing.
I don't remember if he did anything similar to Hot Fuzz. because I honestly haven't seen that yet. But yeah, so it's almost like a trademark of his.
Yeah, I mean, just like hyperkineticism is like Edgar Wright's calling card.
Well,
Because I
mean,
especially get vibes of Scott Pilgrim in this as well. I mean, considering how
yeah.
that game is especially with how that movie was extremely colorful and vibrant.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well is like everything's music related in that one. But in fairness, it was in the source material, so it's just really a natural extension.
Oh yeah, the main character's in a shitty local band, and they know that their band is terrible.
You could play better, but that would require like effort and stuff.
Yeah. It's almost like that was the core theme of Scott Pilgrim. Scott, your life could be so much better if you actually put effort into things.
Yeah,
And I guess he technically did by getting a girl that required him to fight off 7 of her evil exes.
I will say her repeatedly, insistently referring to them as exes rather than ex-boyfriends. Really nice touch.
Yeah, it paid off when Roxanne shows up.
Yeah.
You know, makes it all sit in. Anyway, as you can see with this section, it's not like a traditional level. This is basically just one big arena that is speeding down this underground tram, the Security Wing 2, with this fantastic music track playing. Like, believe it or not, like, just to show how short this video is, there are only 3 ranked fights that all take place on this lift.
Wow. Can you knock enemies off the side?
That is not possible, but there are situations, obviously, where, like, enemies will be coming in on, like, neighboring lifts that you can at least snipe or to deal some damage.
Yeah.
But then you got interludes like this. This is a Wall of Fame achievement, as you might expect. This is why I am parrying the oncoming signs.
Of course.
Because, as Lucille mentioned, they are getting irresponsibly close to the lift. Because that's just how Vandalay is. If you were to fuck up and, like, get hit by any of these signs, you would get, like, a different... bit of dialogue from one of your supporting members. Mainly Cinnamon, basically reminding you, remember, Chai, avoiding means to not take damage.
Try moving out the way, you dingus.
Yeah. So this is the next part that I'm talking about. Basically cluing you in. Yeah, you use Peppermint's assist to deal with, like, some of these. And preferably, do it with her parry rhythm attack because it deals more damage than just summoning her from neutral. Same for Macaron as well, because, you know, whoever you parry and then immediately summon one beat after, they will always go straight to the enemy who's attack that you just parried. So you don't have to worry about them going off on their own, attacking someone that you didn't mean to. Again,
Very user-friendly touch that you don't actually see in a lot of games.
yeah, like it's expected, but with how complex, like, designing a game like this is supposed to be, it can be very easy to lose sight of just programming in that, like, one, like, quality of life feature.
Yeah, you expect it, but you hope for it, but you don't expect it.
Yeah. This one is, like, a bit trickier to, like, actually get, like, the parry time because, like, these baboos take quite a long while to throw out their projectiles, but they'll usually come to the main lift anyway, and then you can actually get some free parries on their shield and completely shut them down. Just, like this is just a fun combat sequence that, like, makes for, like, a nice midpoint shake-up throughout, like, the entire campaign. Because this is track 6 out of 12.
Halfway there.
Right, but this is one long time.
You'd think Wing 1 and 2 would be right next to each other, huh?
I mean, you'd think anything about, like, these high-tech company campuses would be sensibly designed in any way, but...
Yeah, the place where I live has no such user-friendliness. The entire place looks like it was laid out by a drunk man on a dare.
Nah, that's believable. For the record, I've already, like, clearly, like, parried all the signs that I need to for that reward. I'm just doing it anyway. But it's also the sort of thing where, like, the amount of signs that'll come your way naturally get adjusted depending on difficulties. So that's basically the maximum amount you're expected to face on the higher difficulties. Now, this upcoming section is one where it is so difficult for me to, like, explain, what is kind of, like, awkward about it, because it requires getting into details about, like, the unlockable highest difficulty. But, basically the gimmick with this is that you have to, like, remove, like, the brakes that have been automatically applied to the wheels on the lift, and you can only do that by summoning in Macaron. Macaron's assist, as we've all established, has a longer cooldown time compared to Peppermint. And you have a style gauge that is present throughout this entire time, even when there are no enemies to fight. So how do you maintain it when you're not able to summon? As you saw there, yeah, you can just constantly chain dashes on the beat, and it'll keep your style gauge at a standstill effectively.
Okay.
That's the only pun you get.
That's the sort of thing when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's how you're supposed to maintain it on Rhythm Master difficulty, until I played Rhythm Master later on for this LP and realized, oh wait, no, they even adjusted the decay rate, the decaying rate on the style meter on that difficulty, and that strategy doesn't even work. So it's like, yeah, you're still kind of fucked. You gotta hope that you're just. I mean, here's what you actually do on that difficulty. You just whiff an entire combo while still nailing the beat hits when the timing comes up. Even though there's no enemy to hit, it still somehow adds, like, to it. It's really dumb. It's dumb because, like, I'm still not going to describe what Rhythm Master's, like, difficulty is in full until we actually get there. But think back to what I've described here, and it will make so much sense where there is a reason I chose Very Hard instead of Rhythm Master.
Yeah, it sounds like
It's
one of those
kind
things
of
that makes sense when you see it, but trying to explain it, you might as well be trying to describe long division to a tortoise.
A little bit, yes. You can kind of guess maybe what that could be, considering, you know, the title of that difficulty is literally Rhythm Master.
Yeah.
But it's an unlockable for a reason.
Guessing, like, the higher settings of, okay, what's that, roguelike? The Rhythm roguelike?
Rhythm Rogue. I mean, unless you're talking about Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah.
But is it?
That's
Okay.
it.
I wasn't sure if that one was a roguelike. I assumed it might have been, like, pre-designed dungeons or something.
From what I understand, there's, like, the boss levels are pre-made, but everything else is roguelike.
Peppermint! Any ideas?
Yeah, you really didn't think that plan through.
Yeah, shake
Oh
the
no,
cat.
808 saw her mama just show up and just wanted to, like, get to her immediately. just literally,
wiggling.
like extending her paws out, like pulling Chai's arm with her.
Wiggling like a fussy baby.
Yeah.
Yep, that's cat, alright.
Yeah.
Chai, a little space here.
Backdraft is a thing, my friend.
Oh yeah.
You will die.
Yeah, but this is Chai we're talking about. It would probably just, like, blow him like 100 feet back.
Yeah, but the cat.
But just in case, you might want to
Oh,
hold
but the
on
cat
to
would be
something.
fine. The cat would actually stay in place.
See ya.
It'd be like, you know that bit in Mechanical Violator Hokkaido where the dude tries to take Hokkaido's shotgun and fires it? And, like, it just, like, flings him back to, like, ripping out the entire arm so that the shotgun and arm is where it still was.
Kind of makes me think of the Cyberpunk 2077. I think it was Rebecca's shotgun. The recoil on it was so ridiculous you could fly through the air with it.
Well, there goes your lunch break.
Guess we're waiting for the next one, huh?
Yeah. So that's literally track 6. Like I said, that was the end. And somehow, despite our idiocy, we arrived at Wing 2. Good
You
job,
say
Chai.
You say despite, I say because.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, you dingus.
That was a smooth ride.
one last guitar riff to seal the whole deal. That's
Of course.
yeah. Like I said, like, one of the best fucking examples of, like, everything being tied to the music in, like, every respect, to the point where, again, it would be no surprise if it came out that, yeah, this was, like, one of the earliest scenarios they designed for the entire game.
Oh, yeah. Definitely can believe that.